On this episode of Throwdown,
They might start calling me Bobby the Truffle Maker.
it's a battle of the bonbons with master chocolatier Fritz Knipschildt.
I've been exposed to chocolate my whole life.
Fritz thinks his award-winning chocolates have earned him a spot on a Food Network special and a chance to teach a group of culinary students the fine art of chocolate making. What he doesn't know is that I'll be showing up with a lesson plan of my own. It's sculpture versus sculpture.
Don't back up.
Truffle versus truffle.
This is good.
However, a late entry
I'm gonna work on a special chocolate.
could spell disaster.
Oh, no.
My name is Bobby Flay. My mission, to find the best of the best. My objective, perfecting their signature dish. The plan of attack, I'm showing up to challenge them, but they don't know it. I may win, I might even lose. It's anybody's game. It's the ultimate throwdown.
Bobby's Corner Cafe. I gotta check this place out. How you doing today? Cup of coffee, please. Okay, for the next throwdown, let's see what we got. Chocolate. Oh, no. Chocolate is definitely a specialty throwdown.
Hi, my name is Fritz Knipschildt.
Fritz Knipschildt, master chocolatier from Norwalk, Connecticut.
Well, I couldn't imagine a life without chocolate.
Fritz is a master chocolatier, a chocolate sculptor,
This is perfect chocolate making.
and the proud owner of Knipschildt Chocolatier and Cafe Chocopology.
It's so difficult for me to say which chocolate is my favorite because they're all like childs.
Fritz has received critical acclaim from dozens of magazines and TV shows. In 2004, Fritz was a Fancy Food finalist for both Outstanding Confection and Outstanding New Product. Your mission? Create a signature handmade chocolate and build a chocolate sculpture capable of taking down a master chocolatier. Chocolate sculpture is going to be a whole nother ballgame.
I think we are there.
Okay, Fritz, I'm definitely up against it in this one.
Can we eat the rest?
Could get interesting. Get your chocolate on.
Historic South Norwalk in southern Connecticut is known for its water views, quaint Main Street, and one place that really satisfies your sweet tooth. People come here to eat Fritz Knipschildt's decadent chocolates that are handmade every day. Fritz earned his culinary chops in his homeland of Denmark and moved to the U.S. in 1996.
When I started out, people thought I was nuts. How are you gonna create a chocolate company based on flavors like apple rosemary and tangerine red chili? And now, 10 years later, people love it.
Tomorrow, Fritz is scheduled to teach a class of culinary students at Long Island City High School the fine art of chocolate making.
Tomorrow should be a lot of fun.
Fritz makes 3 different kinds of chocolates at his shop: enrobed, molded, and chocolate truffles. Enrobed chocolates consist of a rich center that passes through a chocolate waterfall. Molded chocolates are prepared in steps. Trays are coated with chocolate, filled with a gooey center, topped with more chocolate, then refrigerated until solid. But for tomorrow's lesson, Fritz has decided to stick with the simplest chocolate of all, the truffle.
A truffle is made with a ganache, cream boiled up with sugar, poured into chocolate, mixed together, and added butter.
Fritz dips his hand in chocolate and then gently rolls the ganache center in his hand.
And this creates a little shell outside the truffle. You bite into a little crust, and then you get the really soft, nice center.
Then it's rolled into cocoa powder for a final touch.
Unbelievable.
Fritz is pulling out all the stops to wow the kids at tomorrow's lesson. He still has no idea that I'll be there to school him at a throwdown.
So when it comes to chocolate, I'm really not in my domain. Actually, I'm out of my league. White chocolate is my friend.
Vicki Wells is a pastry chef at my restaurants in New York City, and she's going to tell me where I need to start.
So first we're gonna make the inside of the truffle, which is ganache.
Ganache.
I've decided to spice up my ganache with toasted cinnamon, allspice, and ancho chili powder. The spices are steeped in cream, then poured over milk and dark chocolate pieces.
So what you wanna do is stir it gently with a whisk, not beat it or get any air into it.
The ganache gets finished off with a touch of butter and is left to cool. Then it's time to pipe it into little mounds.
Now, is that the right technique? Just kind of...
It doesn't matter too much because we're going to roll it into a ball after it hardens.
The ganache needs to chill for about an hour, so I guess I better clean up.
How is it?
Now it's clean. We can put it back in the jar. Delicious.
We have our ganache balls, and then we have a bowl of tempered
chocolate. And what is this? Is this obviously the
truffle
dipper?
One of the secret tricks to chocolatiering is tempering. Chocolate is brought up to around 107 degrees, then down to 80, and back up to 85.
Whoa.
I don't know. At that rate, we'd have one an hour.
This ensures the chocolate will be shinier and set more quickly than regular melted chocolate.
I can't remember how many I put in here.
As a finishing touch, I drizzle my truffles with melted white chocolate.
Okay.
What do you think? Very good?
Really good. The flavors are really strong, they're vibrant, and they match the chocolate.
So if I was one of your students in school, how would I fare?
You would have gotten an A.
Really?
With truffle making under my belt, it's on to sculpting.
It's the best chocolate sculpture I've ever done.
Have I got what it takes to go up against a master chocolatier?
Is there like a safety valve in here or something?
Or will my challenge be nothing more than an empty threat? Fritz Knipschildt thinks that his master chocolatier skills have earned him a spot on a Food Network special.
Well, I will certainly consider our chocolates to be some of the finest chocolates made in America.
And he's hard at work preparing to teach a group of culinary students a class on truffle making and chocolate sculpture. He has no clue that I'll be paying a surprise visit with a throwdown. I've already mastered a Mexican truffle with the help of pastry chef Vicki Wells. Eating chocolate is one thing, but sculpting it? So while Fritz does a trial run of his sculpture at Cafe Chocopology, I work on my own masterpiece at the Food Network Test Kitchen.
All right, so we have Miriam and Vicky, and we have Stephanie.
I'm focusing on the history of chocolate for my sculpture. But before I can build anything, I need a sketch.
I don't know, maybe like a circle or something on top of a square.
For tomorrow, we will prepare a Hans Christian Andersen themed sculpture. The sculpture will be related to love with hearts.
This is just a sketch, obviously.
It's a tombstone.
Now it's on to the decorations.
So to create the rose, we take a silver ball so it will help us create the shape.
Since chocolate originated in Mayan culture, I've decided to trace a picture of the Mayan god of chocolate crushing cocoa beans. The design is the first step to making a white chocolate tablet that will be the focal point of my sculpture. Now, I'm no artist, so basically, I'm just gonna paint by numbers.
And we just pipe out the white chocolate. It really only takes a couple of minutes for the chocolate to set. Just like this.
That's chocolate coloring mixed with melted cocoa butter. This is a great technique. It's easy, and when you turn it over after it sets, it looks great.
So now we're just gonna attach the pieces together. And again, we use our white chocolate so it has something to stick to. It always takes a lot of hours to make sculptures. Quite simple.
Oh, my back is killing me.
It's like a coloring book, Bobby. I mean, it's not really
Chocolate is made from cocoa, so my history of chocolate sculpture has got to have cocoa pods.
Next step is that we're gonna make the big dinosaur egg. So we just dip the brush, and then we just get creative.
So what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna streak these a little bit, then I'm gonna take a little red.
And white chocolate's going in there next?
Yes.
So this is how it looks. Get the idea? We're just gonna apply more and more and more colors before we mold in the dark chocolate.
brush in a layer and then let it set a little bit and then brush in another layer.
And then we're just making sure that the chocolate gets all over in the egg.
So these just come right out, just like that. And that's what a chocolate pod looks like.
Look at that. Isn't this pretty? This is the base.
The base will be sprayed with a mixture of chocolate and cocoa butter to give it an even finish and sheen.
Why is it not coming out?
Is there like a safety valve in here or something?
So here we have our 4 pieces that we have sprayed them with chocolate.
All right, you ready? Let's try this one. Ready?
Looks like I'll have to make do with a good old-fashioned paintbrush.
Minor setback.
The white chocolate on my tablet has set.
That's cool the way that works.
And I attach this and the cocoa pods to the base with chocolate glue.
Let's start putting this together. And then you just stand like this for like half an hour. Just kidding. Hopefully.
What? It's good, it's good.
It's gonna be up here tomorrow. We're gonna attach the 2 pieces together, and we're gonna place it right here.
Okay, so I'm no Michelangelo, but this is only my first attempt. Let's see what my critics have to say.
I love it.
You love it in like a
A kind of a parent kind of way. Do you know what I mean? Like, only a mother could love it. Only the mother could love it.
It's a good start, but I'll have to step up my sculpting skills for tomorrow.
Oh, you ruined one.
The bell has rung at Long Island City High School, and Fritz Knipschildt is starting his chocolate making class.
Well, welcome everybody. Thanks so much for coming in. And I hope that you'll get to learn a lot about chocolate. You don't have to roll them that much. You take...
Fritz continues to teach the kids the ABCs of chocolate. But there's one more lesson to learn.
And then we just whisk it. Just like this.
this one. We have nothing to lose.
Except maybe our reputation, dignity, pride.
Did anything ever, like, really bad happen during, like, making chocolates or something like that?
You mean a disaster?
Yeah.
No, I don't believe something really, really bad ever happened, no. So now you saw how to make ganasses. The next thing we have to do is we have to build an enormous sculpture. We're gonna go stand there.
I heard you've been giving these guys some good lessons. How's the lesson been so far? So, you know, this guy is one of the most impressive chocolatiers in the whole country. You know that, right? Yes. Okay, and if you didn't know it then, I'm sure now you know it for sure, right? I'm here to visit Long Island City High School, but I'm also here to challenge my friend Fritz here to a chocolate throwdown. You up for the challenge?
Absolutely.
All right, let's do it.
I'm a bad loser. Let's put it that way. I hate to lose. Oh.
Fritz Knipschildt was only too happy to accept my double chocolate challenge. Truffle to truffle, sculpture to sculpture.
I've been competing my whole life, so of course I want to beat Bobby Flay.
I don't pick the easy ones, I'll tell you that much. This guy is doesn't get much better than this.
I made my spicy Mexican truffles in advance, and Fritz already made his classic dark chocolate truffles. So now it's all about assembling our sculptures.
The history of chocolate's gonna happen right here, everybody.
My design traces chocolate back to its Mayan roots. White chocolate tablets with Mayan gods surrounded by cocoa pods. Fritz and his assistant Casper have an abstract design inspired by the romantic fairy tales of Hans Christian Andersen.
I'm just getting organized so we can start.
I'm no master chocolatier, but as long as I stick to the plan, I'll be in good shape. I'm gonna start with the base. and coat it with a sprayer. Okay, maybe not.
You all right? You need any help?
Totally. Anytime you want to grab the brush, go right ahead.
Just like in the test kitchen, it's back to my trusty old paintbrush. Meanwhile, Fritz's sculpture seems to be coming together seamlessly.
So far, good.
I think that one looks good.
I want the tablet I made in the test kitchen to look more rustic, so I'm using a knife heated in hot water to cut the edges.
Oh, it cracked. Give me another one.
We'll take which one you like.
Too bad.
Finally, the base of our sculptures are in place, and we can have fun with the details. I'm covering mine with the cocoa pods and truffles that I made earlier. Fritz dresses up his with white chocolate lips, flowers, and diamonds.
Just don't go anywhere, okay? I just want to finish this in the back.
My sculpture might not be winning any gold stars yet, but I'm hoping my Mexican spiced truffles will earn some extra credit in an early taste test.
Do you have any drums in your house?
Wow.
This is good.
You could definitely taste the cinnamon.
I think he can have a chance.
Flavor is fantastic.
I'm going up against Fritz's rich chocolate truffles.
It melts in your mouth. It's very smooth.
And they're already scoring high marks.
That's amazing. Isn't that great?
But at the last minute, Fritz decides to trump my truffle.
I'm gonna work on a special chocolate that we've never done before.
He's making new truffles?
Is that even legal?
Oh, no.
Instead, Fritz has decided to make a molded chocolate. He's taken caramel cream and placed it in the center of a dark chocolate flour mold. It's tinted with red and dusted with gold luster, and finally topped with sea salt.
It's interesting. It's very good, but I like Chef Bobby's better.
I can only hope that Fritz's last-minute chocolate will work against him.
I'm almost done, yo.
We both make the final tweaks to our sculptures. Fritz caps off his with a large chocolate egg. And now we leave it in the hands of our secret judges.
I'm Tish Boyle, editor-in-chief of Chocolatier magazine.
I'm John Holland, culinary arts teacher, Long Island City High School. This is very exciting. Let's go.
In the past 48 hours, I've gotten a crash course in patience and chocolate.
Chill out, everyone. It's gonna be all right.
But will my education be enough to edge out master chocolatier Fritz Knipschildt in a throwdown?
It's up to the judges.
We've put up chocolate against chocolate, sculpture against sculpture. And now it's up to judges Tish Boyle and John Holland to choose the winner. My rich and spicy Mexican truffles with white chocolate drizzle and my history of chocolate sculpture are letter B. Fritz's last-minute switch from a dark chocolate truffle to a brand new caramel and sea salt molded chocolate and his Hans Christian Andersen-inspired sculpture are letter A.
I'm tasting A.
The chocolates will be judged on look, flavor, and texture.
That's fabulous. The salt and the caramel combination, really fantastic.
Very chewy, very creamy. It balances off with the dark chocolate. Very nice.
Okay, let's move on to B. very thick shell.
Yeah.
Got some cinnamon in there. Not very creamy filling. I give this a D.
Well, I don't feel that strongly, Tish.
Really?
Plus, I have to work here. I thought it was delightful, but it was a little overpowering.
The sculptures will be judged on originality of design and overall execution.
I don't understand the connection to Hans Christian Andersen.
I agree with you, but I don't think that should take away from the design. I think it's, you know, it's well crafted. The chocolate is shiny. There's some good use of color in here.
Mathematically, look at this. How to hold everything up like that. Very interesting.
The design is interesting. There's been some craft work done here. You know, that's not an easy thing to do.
Presentation could have been a little higher, I think, but I think it's nice.
And now it's time for our final marks.
Tish, have we agreed?
I think so, John.
I think the winner of this throwdown is...
I was impressed that Bobby would be in a chocolate competition. I mean, I would be scared to face him in the Iron Chef, so did a nice job, absolutely.
Whenever I do a challenge or a throwdown like this, I always learn a lot. And obviously, to work next to a master like Fritz is satisfying and humbling at the same time. But at the end, it's always worth it.
So to all you awesome cooks out there, keep doing what you do. But ask yourself this: are you ready for a throwdown?